Something unexpected happened on one of daytime television's most beloved shows, and fans across the country couldn't stop talking about it. It wasn't a surprise celebrity guest. It wasn't a dramatic co-host moment. It was something far more timely, far more real, and honestly, far more important. Kelly Ripa just made a statement that every plastic surgeon in America has probably wanted framed on their office wall. And the conversation? It's already going viral. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, you are just in time for one of the most fascinating pop culture moments of the week. We're talking about Kelly Ripa. We're talking about Mark Consuelos. We're talking about Live with Kelly and Mark, the powerhouse morning show that has been America's living room companion for decades. And we're talking about a brand new trend sweeping through social media, doctors' offices, and now daytime TV. It's called AI face. And Kelly Ripa has something to say about it. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you might just see the entire beauty and technology conversation in a completely different light. Before we get into the moment itself, let's talk about why Kelly Ripa's voice carries so much weight on a topic like this. Kelly Ripa is not just a talk show host. She is a television institution. For over 2 decades, she has sat at that famous daytime desk and opened her world up to millions of viewers, sharing her family life, her health journey, her relationship with husband Mark Consuelos, and yes, even her personal experiences with cosmetic procedures. She has never been the kind of celebrity who hides behind carefully crafted PR statements. She talks, she laughs, she shares, and when she has something on her mind, America listens. And this week, Kelly Ripa had a lot on her mind. Kelly and Mark Consuelos, one of Hollywood's most genuinely beloved couples, married for nearly 30 years, were sitting side by side on the live set when the conversation turned to something that has been quietly but dramatically shifting the world of cosmetic surgery, the phenomenon known as AI face. Now, you may be asking yourself exactly what Mark Consuelos asked in that very moment on live television. And honestly, that reaction made the whole exchange even more perfectly human. Here's what's happening. People are taking photos of themselves, feeding those images into artificial intelligence platforms, and then asking those AI systems to generate a version of themselves that looks like they've had plastic surgery. Think of it like a digital makeover, except instead of a new haircut or a filter, the AI is simulating an entirely transformed face. New nose, lifted brow, tighter jawline, smoother skin. And this is the part that is genuinely shaking the medical world, people are printing those AI-generated images out, walking into their plastic surgeon's office and saying, "I want to look exactly like this." Now, when Kelly Ripa laid this out for Mark on the air, his reaction was priceless, completely genuine. He had no idea this was a thing. And that moment of real, unfiltered curiosity from Mark is exactly why this couple has endured on morning television for so long. They don't perform for the camera. They just talk to each other, like real people do. But here's where Kelly's commentary took a turn that no one expected. Rather than simply laughing it off as another wild social media trend, Kelly Ripa drew a line in the sand, and she drew it on behalf of the medical professionals who are quietly dealing with this crisis every single day. She called plastic surgeons artists, not technicians, not procedure executors, artists. And then she delivered the line that is already being shared across social media. They are not magicians. They are not computer science engineers. They are artists. Just let that land for a second, because what Kelly was really talking about goes far beyond a funny, trending topic. She was speaking to something genuinely important, the growing tension between artificial intelligence's visual capabilities and the reality of what is medically safe and surgically achievable for a real human body. When an AI generates an altered version of someone's face, it does not factor in bone structure. It does not calculate skin elasticity. It does not understand healing timelines or surgical risk or psychological readiness. It simply takes pixels and rearranges them until something looks smooth and symmetrical and, frankly, unrealistic. And now plastic surgeons across the country are not just performing surgeries. They are also acting as counselors, sitting across from patients who genuinely believe that what an AI program generated on a screen is something a scalpel can actually replicate. Kelly pointed this out with her signature mix of wit and warmth. Doctors now have to navigate not just what is surgically possible, but what is psychologically safe for a patient whose expectations have been shaped by an algorithm. This is real. This is happening. And someone with Kelly Ripa's platform stepping up to acknowledge it on national television, that matters. And here's what makes this moment so compelling beyond just the headline. Kelly Ripa has been remarkably candid about her own relationship with cosmetic procedures over the years. She has spoken openly about Botox, about consultations she has attended, about the very real conversation she has had with her own plastic surgeon, who, famously, she once featured on her podcast and compared, in terms of talent, to Taylor Swift. She is not speaking from a place of judgment. She is not wagging a finger at anyone who wants to explore cosmetic options. She is speaking from a place of informed, personal experience. And that authenticity is what makes the moment hit differently. Because when Kelly Ripa defends plastic surgeons and calls them artists, it does not come from a podium. It comes from a conversation, a real, lively, human back and forth with her husband on a morning show sofa that has hosted everyone from movie stars to world leaders. Mark, for his part, also chimed in on another aspect of the conversation, the broader cultural habit of heavy filtering and digital alteration on social media. Together, Kelly and Mark managed to touch something genuinely meaningful about how technology is reshaping beauty standards in ways that real human bodies simply cannot keep up with. Fans immediately started reacting. Social media lit up with clips of the exchange. Viewers praised Kelly for speaking plainly about something that so many people are quietly wrestling with, the gap between digital perfection and physical reality. Comments flooded in from people sharing their own experiences or the experiences of people they know, of walking into cosmetic consultations with AI-generated images. Medical professionals began reposting the segment, calling it one of the most accurate public descriptions of what they are currently facing in their practices. And of course, there were those who loved the simple, quotable brilliance of the line itself. They're not magicians. It is the kind of thing you say and immediately realize you have just put words to something that millions of people were feeling, but hadn't found the language for yet. This is why Live with Kelly and Mark has endured through every shift in the television landscape. It is not just a show. It is a space where real conversations happen, where a woman with decades of experience in this industry, who has navigated the pressures of looking a certain way on camera every single morning, can sit down next to her husband and speak honestly about something that is affecting real people's lives. The AI beauty trend is not going away. If anything, it is accelerating. And the ripple effects on mental health, on body image, on the doctor-patient relationship are only beginning to be understood. But having voices like Kelly Ripa enter the conversation with honesty and humor and genuine compassion helps move the discourse forward. It reminds us that behind every trending topic is a human story. And behind every AI-generated image of a perfect face is a real person who deserves honest, grounded guidance, not just a digitally manipulated reflection of someone they will never be. So here's what we want to know. Do you think artificial intelligence is setting unrealistic beauty standards? And do you agree with Kelly Ripa that plastic surgeons deserve more credit as artists than this AI trend is giving them? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. If you enjoyed this celebrity update, subscribe for more entertainment news and Hollywood stories. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment, because in this world, the conversations that matter most happen when you least expect them. We'll see you in the next one. Kelly Ripa made waves on the May 21st episode of Live with Kelly and Mark when she defended plastic surgeons against the rising AI face trend, a phenomenon where people use artificial intelligence to generate altered images of themselves before bringing those results to cosmetic surgeons. They are not magicians. They are artists, Kelly declared, sparking a viral conversation about AI, beauty standards, and the medical world. In this video, we break down the full story, what it means, and why Kelly Ripa's words are resonating with fans and medical professionals alike.